Listen up, boys. If you think the market is done throwing new junk at us this year, you need to check your six. The whispers I'm hearing out of the custom shops and military surplus yards aren't about cheap Cerakote jobs. They're about fundamental engineering shifts. Every bureaucrat and marketing drone wants you to think a new rifle is just a paint scheme, but I've been pounding the pavement, testing these things until the barrel's smoked, and I'm here to cut through the noise. Forget the fluff you see on those slick websites. We're digging into the brass tacks, metallurgy, tolerances, and whether this thing will save your bacon when the chips are down. If your wallet is ready to stretch for a quality tool, not some tacticool toy, pay attention, because what's coming down the pipe is making older designs look like flintlocks. You need to know the why before you drop your hard-earned cash, especially when we're talking about platforms designed to reach out past a mile. This is the real deal, folks. Thompson TAO 50, this one right here is a statement. When you start talking about the 50 BMG caliber, you're usually stuck between two nightmares: a massive semi-auto that weighs more than my first pickup truck, or a bolt gun that kicks so hard it'll rattle the fillings out of your teeth and send my bad hip into spasms. Auto Ordnance, though, has finally wrestled that beast into submission for 2026 with the Thompson TAO 50. This isn't just heavy artillery. They smooth the action until it feels like a precision instrument, which is damn near witchcraft for this caliber. The pedigree here is simple. It's a bolt action designed to handle the sheer abuse of the 50 caliber without transferring all that punishment back to the shooter. The real headline is that roller-bearing bolt system paired with a left-side charging handle. Listen, when you cycle a 50 caliber, you usually have to crane your neck, break your cheek weld, and move your dominant hand entirely off the grip. Not here. Your strong hand stays glued to the pistol grip, your eye stays locked onto the glass, and your support hand does the heavy lifting of cycling that heavy bolt. That's intelligent design, brother. The barrel is a 29-inch precision machined piece, cut with a 1 in 12-inch twist rate. That twist is the Goldilocks zone for stabilizing the heaviest slugs they make, like those 750 grain Hornady AAX solids. And the muzzle brake? That proprietary unit threaded 1in/14 is the best recoil management system I've felt on a big bore. It doesn't just vent gas, it uses that spent gas to actually pull the rifle slightly forward, canceling out that massive rearward thrust. They built the receiver reinforced, and the bolt locks up with more surface area than most anything else out there. You're feeding this monster from 10-round Barrett M82 or M107 pattern magazines, which are the industry standard, so parts and reliability aren't a question mark. They even saw fit to bolt on an AccuTac bipod from the factory. That's $300 you don't have to spend later. The pros are clear. The recoil impulse is shockingly manageable. Testers said it felt softer than some of the semi-auto Barretts, letting you actually spot your own impact at 1,000 yards, which is a damn feat. The cons are equally obvious. This thing is a boat anchor, clocking in at 25.5 pounds, and it's 61 inches long. You're not taking this up the mountain. Plus, the price tag is rough, landing near $8,800, though you do get a high-end wheeled hard case to protect that investment. If you need mile-crushing energy and a reliable bolt package, this is it. While the TAO 50 handles stationary precision hellfire, if you need that same high-end durability in a more maneuverable high-speed package, you need to see what Daniel Defense is doing with their short-barreled performance rigs next. Christensen Arms Evoke. Now, we move from pure brute force to absolute featherweight finesse. If you are the kind of hunter who looks at a 3,000-foot ridge and sees a challenge, not a burden, you need to look at the Christensen Arms Evoke chambered in 6.5 PRC. This isn't some aluminum chassis slapped onto a standard action. This is a purpose-built mountain tool that bridges the gap between carrying something light and shooting something that actually delivers on long-range promises. The lineage here is Christensen's own 3-lug action, featuring a short 60-degree bolt throw. That short throw is a godsend when you're wearing thick gloves or trying to get off a fast second shot. It clears those big turrets on your scope without you having to wrench the bolt handle into your own eyeball. The barrel is a 22-inch 416R stainless steel masterpiece. It's contoured to be stiff enough for repeatable accuracy, but light enough you won't curse it halfway up the climb. It's threaded from the factory and ships with their RFR muzzle brake already on, suppressor ready immediately. But the real engineering genius is the 6.5 PRC chambering. Hornady designed this cartridge to stomp the Creedmoor, pushing those high BC bullets about 250 feet per second faster. That means a flatter flight path and better wind bucking ability beyond 500 yards, all within a short action footprint, which keeps the rifle tidy. They are using a 1 1/8-inch twist to keep those heavy long-range bullets stable, and it feeds reliably from a detachable box magazine, 4+1 capacity. Christensen drops this barreled action into a synthetic hybrid hunter stock, and they even added an integrated Picatinny rail up front, which is usually reserved for aftermarket builds costing a bundle. They've got a Trigger Tech adjustable unit set at a crisp 3.8 pounds, which is why they can stand behind a 3-shot sub-minute of angle accuracy guarantee. The pros? You're getting custom shop features, that Trigger Tech and the integrated rail, at a production price. The 6.5 PRC kicks less than a .30 caliber Magnum, but still puts deer and elk down cleanly at significant distance. The cons? That lighter contour barrel, while great for carrying, will heat up quick if you try to run strings at the range, leading to group walk. Plus, finding 6.5 PRC ammo on the shelf at the local hardware store still isn't as easy as grabbing Creedmoor. While the Evoke is the ultimate lightweight mountain precision rig, if you need hard-use durability and a piston system that laughs at carbon fouling, you need to look at the Sig Sauer's interpretation of the classic platform coming up. Smith & Wesson 1854 Stealth Hunter. If you thought lever guns were just for reenactors and cowboys, Smith & Wesson is here to smack that idea right out of you with the 1854 Stealth Hunter for 2026. They stripped away the varnished wood and brass and rebuilt this thing for pure utility in the brush. This is a tactical adjacent lever gun, forged from 416 stainless steel and finished in a matte black that won't give you away in the midday sun. They cut the barrel to 16 3/8 inches and threaded it, because let's be honest, if you're running a modern lever gun seriously, you're running a can. The single biggest upgrade is that aluminum M-LOK handguard, 15 slots of real estate for lights, lasers, or anything else you need to stick on there. Smith & Wesson finally fixed the optic problem that's plagued these things forever. They include an extended Picatinny rail that lets you run a low-power variable optic or a red dot without stacking up clunky adapters like a Jenga tower. They wisely kept the large loop lever, which, trust me, is a blessing when you're wrestling this thing with heavy winter gloves on. The trigger is smoothed out compared to the old originals, and the capacity is solid, 8+1 in the pistol calibers or 6+1 if you're running the heavy hitters like the 4570. They even upgraded the irons to XS ghost rings in the rear, paired with a high visibility H3 front sight using tritium and fiber optics for that critical low light sight picture. The pros: it's arguably the most mount-ready lever gun available, saving you real money on aftermarket rails. The stainless steel and synthetic furniture mean this thing can live in the bottom of your UTV without rusting into a brick. The cons? The purists are going to hate the look, and the added weight of the rail makes it feel a bit porky compared to an old Winchester. Plus, even though the action is smoother, you still have to run about 200 rounds through it before it really starts flying without sticking. While the Stealth Hunter is the king of the modernized lever guns, if you want rifle-length ballistics crammed into a compact package, you have to examine how Springfield Armory is handling the bullpup revolution. Springfield Armory Helen 20-in. This one is going to make the traditionalists spit out their coffee. The Springfield Armory Helen, specifically the 20-inch variant, is forcing shooters to reconsider what a compact rifle looks like. They took the concept of rifle-length performance and shoved it into a bullpup footprint. The 19-inch barrel model was interesting, but this 20-inch version maximizes every single drop of velocity you can wrench out of the 5.56 NATO cartridge. They achieved this magic trick by using the bullpup layout, allowing them to fit a full musket barrel into an overall package shorter than your standard M4 carbine with the stock extended. This uses a short-stroke gas piston system, and here's a key detail. It is fully ambidextrous out of the box. You don't need a gunsmith or a toolbox to flip the ejection port to the left side. The heart of the piston system features a 2-position adjustable gas block right at the front of the handguard, so you can tune it down for running suppressed without blowing gas into your face. That 20-inch barrel is cold hammer forged with a 1 7-inch twist, giving you the heat resistance you need for volume fire. Because of that extra barrel length, you are seeing velocity gains of around 100 to 150 feet per second over the carbine models. That pushes the fragmentation range of defensive loads, like the 77-grain OTM, out where it belongs. The trigger is a 2-stage unit, and honestly, it's remarkably clean for a bullpup, which usually feel mushy because of all the linkages. It still uses the standard AR-15 pistol grip interface and M-lock slots, so you get that familiar modularity in a much better balanced rear-heavy package. The pros. You get the terminal ballistics of a long-range rifle, but in a size that's easy to maneuver inside a tight vehicle or a narrow hallway. The weight is centered over your shoulder, meaning less forearm fatigue when you're holding it up, waiting on a threat. The cons. The length of pull is fixed, and it runs a bit long for smaller frames, making it feel stretched out when reaching for controls. And you gotta watch that height over bore. It sits high, so you need to really understand your mechanical offset when shooting close-range targets. While the Helen shows how far bullpups have come, if you want proven, world-class reliability in a modern duty-grade piston carbine, Sig Sauer has something far more established. Ruger American Rifle Generation 2. If you've got arthritic knuckles and a budget that won't stretch to custom rifle money, Ruger has listened, and they've delivered the goods with the American Rifle Generation 2. This rifle proves you don't need to fork over $3,000 for professional results. They took that budget workhorse everyone already trusted and systematically fixed every single complaint the community screamed about for the last decade. This ain't just a facelift. They upgraded the bolt, the safety, and the stock fit. They kept the legendary 3-lug bolt with that 70-degree throw, but now it's a full-body CNC machined unit with a larger threaded bolt handle for much smoother cycling under pressure. The biggest technical jump is the new 3-position tang safety. Now you can lock the bolt closed while it's on safe, or you can cycle the action to unload while the rifle remains safe. That's a feature I appreciate when I'm getting shaky loading up gear in low light. The barrel is a medium contour, cold hammer-forged tube with spiral fluting to knock weight down and increase cooling surface area. They standardized the 5/8 by 24 threaded muzzle and include a factory radial brake, so it's ready for your favorite can right away. The ranch models are particularly interesting this year, using 16-inch barrels and AR pattern magazines in calibers like .300 Blackout and 6mm ARC. The stock is totally redesigned, more rigid structure, Ruger's patented power bedding blocks, and adjustable spacers for length of pull and bolt-on comb risers. The pros, this is arguably the best value in the bolt-action world right now, delivering sub-minute of angle accuracy for peanuts compared to the competition. The custom fit adjustments on the stock without buying junk aftermarket parts make it perfect for shooters of different sizes. The cons, while the action is vastly improved, it still has that little bit of a zipper sound when cycling compared to a hand-lapped custom piece. The synthetic stock is functional, but it lacks that premium feel of a carbon fiber or high-end fiberglass shell. As we look at improving value, the next rifle up shows how you can get incredible precision by wrapping steel in carbon fiber for the serious backcountry trekker. Nosler Model 21 Carbon Chassis Rifle. If trekking miles into the high country to put meat on the table is your mission and weight is the enemy, then the Nosler Model 21 Carbon Chassis is your new best friend. This thing is a surgical instrument engineered specifically for high-altitude survival, where every ounce feels like a pound after a long hike, yet precision is your only currency. The foundation is a blueprinted stainless steel Model 21 Action, machined with wire EDM tolerances so tight they feel like they're running on ball bearings. Most chassis systems are heavy metal bricks that freeze your hands off when the temperature drops. Nosler fixed that by using a state-of-the-art carbon fiber chassis that gives you incredible rigidity without the thermal conductivity of aluminum. This means the rifle stays comfortable in your hands during a late-season blizzard, and the total weight is under 7 pounds before you even put glass on it. The barrel is a match-grade carbon fiber wrapped masterpiece. This construction isn't just about saving weight. The carbon wrap dumps heat significantly faster than plain steel, preventing your point of impact from walking during multiple shots. They guarantee sub-minute accuracy when feeding it Nosler factory loads. The ergonomics are fantastic. You get a fully adjustable stock for length of pull and comb height, so you can get that perfect, repeatable cheek weld every time you settle in. Inside the guard, you find a TriggerTech primary trigger, externally adjustable from 1.5 to 4 pounds, giving you that broken glass reset mandatory for clean, ethical shots on a trophy elk at 500 yards. For 2026, this is the gold standard for the mountain professional. While the Model 21 is built for the lightest possible pack, the next rifle up shows how to build a legendary platform that runs reliably in the harshest, coldest conditions imaginable, regardless of weight. Sig Sauer 516 Mohawk. Sig Sauer has finally pulled the curtain back on the 516 Mohawk. And brother, this is a masterclass in short-stroke gas piston engineering brought to a modern AR platform. We argue about direct impingement versus piston all the time, but the Mohawk is here to end that argument by running incredibly cool and clean. It vents all that hot gas and abrasive carbon fouling out the front, rather than dumping it directly into the heart of your bolt carrier group. Sig has made a rifle that stays lubricated and functional long after a standard AR-15 chokes on its own filth. You can run 2,000 rounds through this suppressed, and the guts will still look like they just rolled off the assembly line. It's built around a 16-inch cold hammer-forged free-float barrel with a 1 7-inch twist, optimized for those heavy 77-grain precision rounds. But the real kicker here is the interchangeable bore wear parts. Sig identified the high-stress components in the upper and engineered them to be user-replaceable at the armorer level. That drastically extends the total service life. This is a forever gun for guys who burn thousands of rounds annually. The handguard is a slim, ultra-rigid 4-sided M-lock design with a continuous top rail for your night vision or thermal clip-ons. The interface is fully ambidextrous. Side charging handle, safety selector, bolt release. Every control is mirrored and intuitive. If you need a duty-grade carbine that combines piston-driven reliability with surgical modern ergonomics, the 516 Mohawk is currently the king of the hill. Before we hit the final two, we need to look at how Springfield Armory is reinventing the scout rifle concept for those who need speed and lightness over sheer barrel length. Springfield Armory Model 2020 Redline. The Springfield Armory Model 2020 Redline is redefining the scout rifle for 2026. This is a bolt-action powerhouse built for the minimalist hunter who refuses to accept less than high-end performance. This isn't just a chopped-down hunting rifle, it feels like a tactical carbine in the hand. The heart is the Model 2020 stainless steel action, featuring dual locking lugs and a fluted bolt to reduce friction, giving you that fast follow-up shot capability. The most striking bit is the carbon fiber stock provided by Grayboe. This stock has a unique trekking style with a shorter length of pull and an integrated thumb hole, making it easy to shoulder quickly through thick brush when a snapshot presents itself. The barrel is a shortened, suppressor-ready, carbon fiber wrapped beast, usually coming in 16 or 20 inches depending on your caliber choice. This thing hammers in 6.5 Creedmoor or 3808 Winchester. Because the barrel is so short and light, the balance point is shifted perfectly toward the center of the rifle, making it one of the easiest bolt guns to shoot offhand that I've ever tested. It comes standard with a TriggerTech field trigger, adjustable down to 2.5 pounds, and a removable muzzle brake that you'll swap for a can the second you get it home. If you need a compact, sub-minute of angle bolt gun that can live on the side of your pack for a 10-day mountain hunt without destroying your back, the Redline is leading the charge. As we wrap this up, we need to look at the absolute benchmark for budget performance and the updated king of the big bore levers. So there you have it, 8 pieces of hardware that are actually moving the needle in 2026. We've seen titanium receivers, carbon fiber wraps, and gas systems that laugh at fouling. The common thread is material science and real-world ergonomics that make us better shooters, not just prettier ones. These are tools, brother, not toys. If you're planning on investing in any of these platforms, get your order in early because demand is already spiking. Now, I want to hear from you, grizzled veterans. When it comes to a long-range workhorse, do you trust the cold hammer-forged barrel reliability of the piston-driven 5.16 Mohawk, or are you still betting on the classic proven lineage of the standard direct impingement AR? Tell me down below. Don't forget to like this broadcast. Subscribe if you want this kind of no-nonsense analysis every week, and keep your powder dry. Stay sharp.